In this video, I wanted to take a little closer look at the instructional content and the activities and assignments for our week 3. And as you can see, look ahead, the entire module is open, and we'll be working on this rhetorical analysis essay and learning all about rhetorical analysis over the next 3 weeks. And that's actually quite quickly, but you can do this. These week 8 semesters are so fast and they are just packed, but you can do this. And so this week, we already talked about the assignment, and this link right here, this page right here is just another link to those State Press editorials to invite you to just kind of peruse them, look them over, see if there's one that stands out to you. And remember, you're not looking for a topic that you like. You are looking over the editorials to see if you can easily recognize some of the rhetorical strategies that the author is doing, what kind of content they're using, how they're appealing to their student audience, and all of that. And so it's kind of handy. Maybe it's more interesting if you happen to like the topic also, but that's kind of neither here nor there. It doesn't matter if you agree or disagree or really like the topic or not. Anyhow, the next thing that's right here is a page all about summarizing articles. And the reason this is important here is that you are going to be analyzing an editorial or an article that your reader hasn't read yet, that they will never probably read. And so the first thing that you're going to need to do after you introduce an analytical essay to them is to get them up to speed by sharing a short summary of what the editorial was about and what was the main argument there. And so this page is all about, the importance of writing a summary in a manner that your reader recognizes that they are reading a summary, which is a little bit more tricky than we think. We're not just paraphrasing, we are summarizing. So this is really important. So watch that out, look over that content, and then it will come into play later on in the week. So the first activity, we only have 2 assignments here, but the second one is going to take a minute to prepare for. The first one is simply annotating the assignment to make sure that you read all of the details and that you have a chance to ask me questions. And so it's the same thing we did with our first one. And so you should be pretty familiar with that one. The second one is going to ask you to fill out this worksheet. And this worksheet also lets me know what editorial you have chosen. So you need to pick an editorial this week so that you can stay on track to finish this essay. And so you're going to kind of refer back to the content that you kind of covered in this how to write a summary essay or page. And these two kind of fit together. And so you're going to read over your editorial, and then you're going to tell me what it is here. And then you're going to do a reverse outline of that editorial, which again is kind of explained here. And basically you're going to read a paragraph or a section and write a sentence that represents, that tells the reader, tells me, or records it for you, tells us what the author is doing in that paragraph. So you're not just paraphrasing the paragraph, you're saying, what does the author do in that paragraph? Do they introduce the topic? Do they bring in outside sources? Do they share a personal story? And you're going to write those out for each paragraph, because that will give you material that you can then bring together and form a summary for your audience. And so I'm going to, let me close this really quickly. I'm going to bounce back here, if I can, give me a minute, to the overview, because I want to also kind of give you a heads up for our week 4, because on the 14th, there is going to be another annotated article assignment, and this article is a little bit longer. It is a very important article where Laura Boleyn Carroll introduces rhetoric and the study of rhetoric and why we do this. And it includes some really important vocabulary. So I'm asking you to do a few things here. There's a before reading question, a during reading request, and then an after reading prompt at the end. And you can separate this out into several days. It's longer, but it's written to an audience of students. So it's written to you. So it's not going to be overly complex. is going to appeal to you. But there's going to be this after reading question too. So I'm bringing that up just to give you a heads up so you can prepare for it and not wait until next, Monday to start it. So reach out to me if you have any questions. Other than that, have a great week.